Are you struggling to write effective system prompts for Make.com AI agents? Well, if so, so am I. I just want to admit that up front. I'm in the process of creating a project that will build system prompts in Claude, and I wanted to kind of bring you along in this journey with me. So right here on the screen, I've done some deep research using Claude, and I was having it go and look for how to write AI agent system prompts. So if you're unfamiliar with a system prompt, when you're creating an AI agent, that is this information right here. It has to be clear. It has to tell what the agent does. And right now, when I click the improve button, I get an error and it doesn't do anything. So it's not improving my prompt. So I'm going to have to do this workaround, which I honestly probably will do anyway from now on. I have done this research here, and we're going to use this in my Claude project factory to create a project for this. I'm going to give you all the files. I'll tell you how to get those later on in the video. But let's start by just copying this output, and you can see most of the references are coming from Make. So I'm over here in my projects and I've searched for factory, and right here is my Technology AI Claude project factory. This is a project I built in Claude to build projects. And as the young kids say, that's very meta. So I'm not a young kid anymore. We're going to use this project to build our project instructions for creating these system instructions. And if you want to see the video where I built that Claude project factory, you can check it out here. I'm going to drop in here the information, the deep research I got. We're going to drop that right there. And then I'm going to prompt this and say, I need you to create a project for creating these project prompts for Make.com. Sorry, it's a system prompt. So I'm going to prompt this. I want you to use the attached research to create a project that will create effective and comprehensive system prompts for Make.com AI agents. I don't want these super long. I would like them to be between 1,800 and 2,200 characters. So keep them concise and to the point and compressed, but still functional to get repeatable results out of our project. Okay, so there's my instructions. We're just going to hit enter. And what this project does is it's going to run us through an interview process. It's about 8 steps. And it's going to ask questions to make sure it understands what we're doing. So the first one, purpose and scope. Create a standardized system for generating concise, repeatable Make.com AI agent prompts, 1,800 to 2,200 characters, with clear boundaries around prompt structure, compression techniques, and quality validation. So the way this project factory these instructions work is it gives you A through D, and typically A is the right answer if it understands where you're going. If you pick a different one, then maybe it's got to course correct and figure out where you're going. Since I gave it all this research, it has a pretty good idea of where we're going. A is going to be the right answer here, so I just type A and hit enter. All right, what role should Claude take when generating these Make.com AI agents or AI agent prompts? Expert prompt engineer who applies research. Yes, we're going to do that. What output and style formatting should Claude use? I'm going to say A, but I'm going to say Markdown format. I really want it Markdown because AI recognizes Markdown and the structure really well. What core methods, frameworks, and priorities should guide the prompt creation? Research-backed techniques, token optimization, clear rule definition. So I'm going to say A. I don't want any XML. I want .md files. What are your expectations for fact-checking? A is fine there. How would you like Claude to balance conciseness versus detail when generating prompts? Maximize information density within the 1,822 character limit? Yes. What tone and voice should the generated Make.com AI agent prompts use? Let's say direct and professional. Iteration and reuse. Yeah, this is typically always A. We just want a modular template-based prompt that we can use over and over again for our project. All right, so this is something I've added recently is naming this because I ended up with a bunch of projects that had janky names that didn't match. So this actually takes me through 3 steps for naming this. This is really going to be, it's going to be technology, A. So that's kind of like we have a first category and a subcategory and then the actual name of it. We'll make it AI, so it's going to be A again. All right, so this is the actual unique name. So Make.com AI agent prompt generator. Yes, I like that one. All right, so now it's going to generate the special instructions for our new project that we're going to create. So we're going to have a name, and we're going to have the special instructions, and then all we have to do is put a little short description when we create that project of what it does. There'll be a link below this video to a public repo that you can access and get the research here that I've added and get the special instructions that this is generating right now. All right, so here is our output for this. It's got the different steps here. So I'm going to copy this. This is our instructions for our new project. So I'm going to go over here to projects. I didn't get the project name, so I'm going to say new project, create it, then I can update that when I get this pasted in here. All right, so here is this. I'm going to paste that in. Now, usually there's a little bit of, there's some instructions down here at the bottom. I'm going to get rid of those. And up here at the top, this is my name and purpose and scope. All right, we're going to save that. We can also add tools here to this that are part of every project. These items over here in this box are project related items that you can use, like whenever you create a new chat, they're automatically part of that, but then you also can add chat related things. So I'm going to go up here and we're going to say edit details. I'm going to rename that. My technology always gets a robot right there, robot icon, beautiful. Agents. Save. All right. So when we're in the list of projects, this name will get truncated or cut off pretty easily, but I can still see this smaller text that I can verify. Oh, that's the one I want. So I also want to add the research to this project. So I've gone back over here. I've opened Claude in my browser so I can copy that and come back over here to Claude. And I'm going to click here and I'm going to add a text content. Take the name here. I'm going to copy that. Paste it up there. All right, so that's the deep research it did on how to do the prompting. So that's part of our project. Every time we use this project to create our AI agent prompts, then it's always in there. Now I'm over here. I'm back in the agent I was trying to create earlier, and I'm going to copy this system prompt that I had before, and then I'm going to use WhisperFlow to give it some context about this. This is a prompt I created for an AI agent, but it was not working well, and so I want you to rewrite this given the instructions and data you have in this project. Paste, and it dropped it right there. There's our pasted information, and we're going to run that. Now it's going to run it through that deep research and those project instructions we created from that deep research, and I am hopeful that this will be a very strong system prompt for my AI agent to help things happen the way that I want them to happen. It's writing it pretty quickly here. All right, so it's finished. Let's click in here and let's copy it. Let's go back over here. Let's paste it in there. I will create another video, and the video will be here. It'll pop up here that you can go watch. I'm going to show you how to build an agent that will save these project instructions into Dropbox. So back over here, this is our Dropbox save agent system prompt. This is the output from our project. And the problem I was beginning to have was I don't have a copy of these saved anywhere except here in Claude in the project. So the only place I have these saved is right here in the project instructions. And that's not a really good way to operate when you've got assets like this that are important. When I ran this process, what I would then do is say save to Dropbox, and it would push that over to a Dropbox folder. And so that is the AI agent I'm trying to create to take care of that for me. That's in this video, and I will walk through that in detail. If this video was helpful, tell YouTube that by giving me a thumbs up. And if you want to see my future videos, subscribe. This has been fun, and I hope you enjoyed it. God bless, and I will see you next time.